Apparently every car vlog has to start with my voice being fucking dead, Jesus Christ. Hey, welcome to the vlog. I'm here in my car again with more Starbucks at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday to start off this vlog without my camera and my fancy audio equipment, just my phone. Sweet bean juice, give me strength. I really like D&D. I do love the game. I think it's very fun to play, and I like running D&D games as well. This is my main set of dice. You probably can't tell since it's some B-roll shots that I'll take on my nice camera here, but I also have a bunch more sets. But I like these dice, and this bag doesn't really scream D&D. So I'm gonna make my own. I've got an idea in my head about how I can fit all of these in a 4-sized box with kind of a modular design, where the lid of each box is also the box above it, and just little inserts for these different things. But I want to make the box out of wood, and I don't know how to do that, and I think it'll be a great learning opportunity. Considering I want to build way more stuff in my room, building a little dice box seems like it's an easier task. I'm also planning on going and just like buying a jigsaw and maybe a drill, because those are things that are fairly cheap that also can cut wood. Before I go out and start cutting up some wood, you're going the wrong way. It's one way the other way, lovely. You're parking next to me. They're like 80. I've been watching a lot of Evan and Caitlin recently. They often do stuff in CAD, and then they'll build a mock-up in wood and then build it out of the actual material, or build it, or add resin to it, or whatever. And they normally just CNC their own mock-ups because they can do it in 5 minutes because they've got a CNC. I don't. So I'm going to make my mock-up out of cardboard. Now, I've got heaps of cardboard at home, but if I make my mock-up out of cardboard, it gives me an excuse to go buy more cardboard. So let's go to Warehouse Stationery. Like right now, I'm going to turn my phone off because I want to play music on it.
Hi, and we're back home. That time is accurate. Don't worry, that is 1 p.m. What am I kidding? It's fucking dark outside. Now, I don't know how much I told you because I literally filmed that section weeks ago. I went into my preferred craft store with the intention of buying project board and card. Now I knew that they had card, but I was trying to find project board and I couldn't find any. I haven't even seen what we're doing yet. We're making a dice box, doing a stackable dice box where the lid of the previous one has the inserts for the next lot of dice you can stack on top of it. I did CAD for it, it's here. Cool. Now I picked up something called core flute, which is, I have some here. Effectively 2 sheets of plastic with a bunch of different, it's basically corrugated card but made out of plastic. Like 2.7mm, 3mm thick. The first plan was to see, just a proof of concept to see if this would work. Core flute is hard to work because it's got these horizontal striations, these vertical striations in it. Makes it really, really hard to cut along at anywhere other than directly in the middle of it. And being 1mm off in this instance is important to not have messed up, but I did manage to get some cuts correct. This is the box that I initially made up. Now the actual size of the top lid is actually determined by the size of the base. This is always 124 by 124, and then the size of the main box is just that, plus 2 times the thickness of the material, and it goes together kind of cleanly like that. Now this isn't going to be thick enough for my dice to fit in, so we're gonna have to double this up. So I made a bunch more pieces, and then I was walking down a completely different store that is owned by the same group but a completely different store, and I found something called foam board, which is 2 pieces of laminated paper between some foam. This is 5mm thick, and this is what I wanted in the first place, so I bought some. This is another test piece. This came in useful earlier. These are my side pieces, and this is my base piece. So this here is built in such a way so that I can effectively modularly link all these bits together and glue them all together. Now I would do this for you live on camera. The thing is that here's one that I prepared earlier. As you can see, it's got a base piece here, it's got a lid piece, and dice. But this was a amazing proof of concept. I learned a lot from, especially working with these smaller prototypes. I actually cut this one down to be 120 by 120 because it's just not small enough to actually fit into the other boxes. I cut these holes, I originally measured these holes at 16mm, which is the size of the dice, although the dice measure a bit smaller at 15mm, but I had to open them up to 18mm so I could fit cardboard in between. I'm really glad that I'm making these prototypes for this project, because if I had found that out after I gotten them all laser cut and made out of wood, and then I was like, I have to manually file this shit, I would be devastated. But this is working for me. Now I know that the opening sequence was filmed a while ago because I took this to my game 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this video has taken a while to film. Now this is my box of D6s, but of course these aren't just D6s in a game. There's D20, D12, and then your other lower ones. Basically I'm doing one box of D6s, the D20s and D12s, and then the D4s, D8s, D10s, D100s on a layer on top of that again. Now I tried with the round holes, but I just had issues with them for the D20s and the D12s. I'm not looking over here because I've already done it. Then I kind of had the idea of circles are hard to measure and hard to draw. So what if I choose a shape that was still made of straight lines but close enough, and I went octagon. Now I tried through freehanding that. I threw out the piece that I freehanded it on, but it wasn't great once it got cut out. And additionally, when it came out to layout, I really wanted to play around with that before I actually went out and cut anything, because otherwise I'd be in trouble. And especially trying to erase stuff and then redraw it and erase and redraw and erase and draw is going to be a pain in the neck. So what I did was ended up throwing up Photoshop, and I created this image. Stuck it to one of these, cut out the shape, and after it's covered with cardboard, this is what it looks like here. Now these individual octagons have had all of their, between each of their little segments, cut out from the middle outwards and glued backwards into it so that they kind of vanish, which looks great from this side and like a nightmare from this side. Is there still drying glue on this? It's been glued into place and then taped into place and then glued on top of it again. The other thing I did differently about this one is because the foam board is only 5mm thick and it was getting a lot of roll and movement with it, and I've used a bit of that core flute to actually raise this by an extra 3mm. So this is 8mm thick total. Foam board's still 5mm thick, but it's raised up 8mm, and that has much greater retention. It's holding these dice in place much firmer. All I need to do is stick this on top of this box, and I've already made this box which goes on top of this one. Unlike the previous one where I could just glue everywhere, I can only glue on these sides because that's where the core flute is. So I need a plan. Fortunately I've got one, and for that I think we're gonna have to change angles. Psych, my camera's about to die. So I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna see the results for that now. Welcome to voiceover land, where we're sitting in the car because you've forgotten to do stuff. Here's me getting out a bunch of supplies that I'm gonna need, and also my laptop. I'm deciding that I'm gonna watch some D20 as I sit here and do this. Start off by finishing off by cutting off this lid. I've done a bunch of work off camera at this point as well, and this is just the process of me building this light dice box together. You can see there I'm doing some hardcore mathematics to get everything all nice in alignment, and damn, my computer's taking a while to buffer all of this stuff. See there, I assemble the box and then get all the side pieces folded down for the top lid, and then grab out the smaller piece there to finish gluing everything together and finish off that final top box. I would say final, it's not actually final, it's the third one in the series, but there's a bit of a jump as you'll see later on. There I'm cutting up some core flute and the piece of paper on top, and cut that out finally as well, so that I can glue the actual holder for all of these dice. This is the one above. This has got the D4s, D10s, D8s, D100s and stuff like that in it. And as I glue all the core flute and all the pieces onto it, I do that and then realise actually it's not quite soft enough, so I need to take out some tape, of course, and finish off the job. Cut out all the little individual holes so that the things don't poke out. I spend a little bit of time doing this and cutting out all the different things, and I stick them down with tape before I decide it's actually getting really late and I need to go early tomorrow morning, so I grab a couple of things and then leave for the night. It's the next day now, and I take my laptop because I need that, believe it or not. Oh, actually, here we go, straight to the end part. Why don't we? There it is. Lovely. Final thing to do here is just add the registration marks on the front side here by like sticking these little strips up and like that, and then I finally go and cut all the little side angles off so that you end up with a nice beautiful looking registration mark on the top. So pack up, these are all the supplies that I used. I used this craft scalpel and the glue that you saw beforehand, the pencil obviously for marking stuff out, and the tape and scissors. Also got sitting there the ruler and the set square or framing square or whatever you call it. The framing square is fucking useful. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's the best thing. Of course, all the card and stuff like that. And then finally, here's the demonstration of the dice box. It's very, very fun. As you can see, it all opens out like this. And the top lid as well there, which is all nice and glittery, doubles as a dice tray, which I'm very excited about. You can see here I rolled myself an attack with advantage here. I think I failed at that one, but we'll ignore that for now as I roll my rogue damage. This is just kind of showing off how easy it is to do stuff. My full rogue damage is 5d6 at the moment with a crossbow shot, so yeah, and it's super easy. Registration marks make it really easy to like figure out which way around stuff goes when you go and put it all back together. It's super duper easy like that. Hell yeah. Thanks for putting up with everything that's been going on with this thing. I'm recording this voiceover in my car hours before this video has to go up because I forgot to, but if you made it through this video this far, thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe, I'll take my dice box and go, and I will see you later, just in general. Goodbye.